I'm going to resist the urge to gloat.
Okay.
Just kidding. There were people around this table. Their names rhyme with Messica, who said that the tariffs were going to increase inflation in a massive way. They haven't. They said this trade war was going to align the world against the United States. It was going to be China and the world aligned against the United States. That didn't happen. It was the exact opposite. They said that he was a taco president, and it looked like the world chickened out. And I remember you said you can't win a trade war. No one wins a trade war. Well, we just...
Buckle up, folks. This is beyond shocking. Just when everyone thought it was business as usual, Trump comes out of nowhere with a jaw-dropping move. A $90 billion trade deal signed with the European Union. Yes, you read that right. $90 billion. No media leaks, no warnings, just a sudden economic earthquake. Experts are scrambling, analysts are speechless, and the markets are reacting fast. Whether you love him or hate him, this is a power move nobody saw coming, and it's changing the global game in real time.
Are looking to target if we get into a trade war as retaliation by them.
They're not going to do it.
You just met with the European trade negotiator. He came out kind of downbeat. You disagree? You think we are going to get a deal with the European Union?
You know, I was on the phone with the European trade negotiators this morning, about a half hour ago. So there's plenty of room. Look, the president and the European Union, these are the two biggest trading partners in the world talking to each other. We'll get a deal done. I am confident we'll get a deal done.
Is that August 1st deadline with the EU a hard deadline? Are you going to get a deal since you were just on the phone?
Going to see the best set of trade deals you've ever seen for America and for the American people.
Let's talk about the new trade deal with the European Union with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick.
The European Union is going to pay 15%, and they sell us $600 billion worth of goods. That's $90 billion for America, and they agreed for the first time ever to cut all their tariffs, cut their barriers, and let American businesses and farmers and ranchers and fishermen finally sell into the European Union. Massive market. This is huge.
This news has left heads spinning, especially among those who were dead certain Trump's tariff strategy would tank the economy. Yet here we are, watching media outlets and political critics scramble to process what's being hailed as a major economic victory. If you enjoy these unpredictable twists in the world of politics, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Stay informed, stay curious, and help us keep the conversation alive. Because this is a game changer. Let's talk about Trump's $90 billion trade deal with the European Union, an achievement even many insiders thought was impossible. The moment the ink hit the page, eyebrows shot up across the political spectrum, including mine. For years, Trump has blasted what he calls unfair international trade policies, and he didn't hold back when it came to the EU. He argued that American industries were being boxed out by tariffs and trade barriers. But instead of just complaining, he took action. Those tariffs the media warned would trigger economic collapse. They turned out to be a calculated gamble, one that's now paying off. This deal opens the floodgates for American products to enter European markets on a scale we haven't seen before, everything from agriculture to auto manufacturing. Suddenly, long-standing EU trade barriers have started to crack. Trump's aggressive, unorthodox strategy, call it bold, call it bluster, has delivered measurable results. US companies that once struggled to gain ground overseas now have renewed access and momentum. And it's not just Wall Street cheering, it's farmers, factory workers, and small business owners who finally got a shot at new markets. For them, this isn't just a policy win, it's a real economic lifeline. And the media? Well, just look around. Jesse Waters on Fox News called it a masterstroke in global trade negotiations. Networks that mocked Trump's trade tactics are now awkwardly recalibrating their narratives. Some are even labeling the deal a strategic coup. As Waters put it, the US didn't have to give up much to get this done. The EU did the yielding. If there was ever a moment where Trump's forceful approach appeared to work for American taxpayers, this is it. But let's not ignore the other side of the story. The EU is reeling. European critics are calling this a major fumble, saying their negotiation team completely underestimated the pressure coming from Washington. The same EU leaders who once promised to stand firm against Trump's tariffs are now under fire for backing down. Across Brussels, political fallout is hitting hard. Emergency meetings, likely already underway. The European Commission has some explaining to do, not just to their citizens, but to the global community. So what comes next? Will this reshape how the world negotiates with the US? Will other nations bend to similar tactics? And what happens to the EU's credibility on the world stage after this? But hey, enough from me. What do you think? Is this the start of a new era in US trade? Or just a one-time win? And should the media figures who completely misjudged this outcome own up to their mistake? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your voice keeps the discussion real. I'll be reading. Let's keep it going.